Hi there, Aries. Welcome to Jive Tarot and your freestyle read for November. I like to jump right in and just grab a deck of cards and just let the messages start unfolding. For this reading, we're not necessarily asking many questions. No preconceived messages or questions anyway. What we're doing is we're just letting the cards fall out and see what they have to say. Direct spiritual messages. Yeah. Okay. So with the Three of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, it looks like there's some kind of offer that's being made from an unworthy source. Or maybe they're extending some sort of an apology. I see that you're really not strong enough to be able to, and I say strong enough very lightly. You're not in a position at this time to take an apology. I'm still working on it. I'm still milling it over. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel, for God's sake. But I do feel like you're coming with a little bit more passion, a little bit more drive, a little bit more deeper feeling. Their apology or their amends making seems a little bit superficial at this point, you know? I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is slow, is steady, is capable, right? But time, energy, let's go out and eat. Let's go out and have a couple of drinks. Something similar to that. I see Temperance. Okay. So currently on the board, I have Leo, I have Sagittarius, you're an Aries. You are in good company at this time. Just be a little patient. Be patient with yourself. Become emotionally balanced. Don't walk in or accept an invitation if you're still feeling some type of way about it, right? It's okay. It's definitely okay. See, the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse was telling me that, you know, until I'm on a correct mindset and a correct mind frame to deal with past transgressions or what had happened, or at least just process them completely, that this situation is not going to work out in the benefit of everybody involved or in me, you know. I want to make sure that I go ahead and have all my little ducks in a line before I accept any kind of invitation. Right now, there's a possibility that you are getting over worry. You're trying to start something new, start something fresh. I'm trying to start over. I'm not very content. I'm not very emotionally stable, but I am trying to make things right and start fresh, right? And the more time goes on, the less I really think about it. But that's not in your face, you know? The more time goes on, yes, the less I think about it. But if you and I were sitting across from each other at lunch or dinner or drinks or after a few drinks, for God's sake, there might be some little things in there that you hadn't worked out that can't even catch you by surprise, Aries. So do be cautious about these extended invitations. Right. Now, in your main monthly reading, I did notate that you were cutting people off and kind of just going through the thing, trying to, you know, clear your space, clear your area, right? And that there is one person that would, now that's just something that you're going to have to decipher in and of your own accord. Is this person genuine? Is this person somebody that I need in my life? Or is this person, I mean, the majority of the people that I cut off for a specific purpose and a specific reason, you know? You will have to discern that. And I do think that if you put yourself in a very stable spot and just sit and think and mill it over, you will figure out exactly who that is and what's going on. The Emperor in reverse, for the most part, it just seems like you are still out of sorts within yourself. Yeah, I can put a mask on it. Yeah, I can just shove it under the rug. Yeah, I can push it in a closet. But when it all comes down to the wire, when I'm sitting there and all of these emotions do start coming out, then I become aware that there's a possibility that, you know, maybe I spoke too soon. You know, maybe I was still in some sort of pain and regret over the situation with the Five of Cups in the back. make sure you're emotionally sound, you know, and that you have worked through and healed, because as of right now, the cards are saying that in November, it doesn't look like an actual bonding heal is happening with this person, with this particular person, the one that is extending the offer. Hey, bruh, like, what's up? You haven't returned my text. That was probably for a purpose. If I remember correctly from your previous video, that the person that you cut off, that maybe you shouldn't have cut off, really is a little bit more respectful and won't try to overstep the boundaries. They kind of get the issue. They kind of get what's going on, although that severance was a little unfair. So let's pull another deck and see what's going on. See if we can pull out any other messages. I do see the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is a getting over. This is yes, it was a betrayal. Yes, it was a heartbreak. And even though it was of my own making and own design, it doesn't hurt any less. I like these people. I enjoyed their company, even for a small extent of time. And cutting them off for my well-being doesn't always feel good. It doesn't feel good. You don't like it. I don't like it either. Queen of Swords. But there had to be some sort of discernment of truth, analytical thinking. I had to look through my little Rolodex or my little black book and see, you know, what people were actually helping and what people were like trying to steer me wrong, or not intentionally steering me wrong, but just didn't have the concept or the maturity to give advice on where I was going or where I was trying to go in my life at this time. It's a thing. The Queen of Swords and the King of Pentacles is right there. I like that they're kind of together. I see those who rush in probably should not. You understand? With the Judgment in reverse and the Knight of Wands falling out on this side, I'm feeling that those that are anxious to see what's up with you or make amends or build bridges that they didn't burn are possibly the ones that are having that emotional inability, that emotional dependence, that codependent kind of energy, that you really should and need to surround yourself. If I can stand up on my own through this new aspect, I'm not saying a lot of you have gotten knocked down, but if I can stand up on my own, right, and then slowly add pillars that support me instead of those quirks and qualities that kind of knock me off my pillar. I don't need to be knocked off at this time. Speaking of knocked off, with the Four of Swords in reverse, coming out a little bit too soon or saying, yeah, this leg's healed. Bruh, you didn't have the cast on for a week, you know, and that is an analogy, but if my broken heart and I'm going around and I'm trying to tell people that I am healed and I am okay, when in all actuality, you haven't even given yourself enough time to process what happened, much less heal from it. But yes, there is a person in your environment that, you know, you do have to lean on, but this is going to be the difficult part, discerning who it is. I'm just saying that those that are rushing in, trying to make amends, is probably not them. They'll be a little bit more quiet, a little bit more humble, a little bit more respectful of your space. And that's probably the person you want in your environment. I see some sort of transformation, but the plethora of ideas has gotten you kind of at your wits. The Magician in reverse, the Death card, and the Seven of Cups. I feel like, yeah, all right. It's like a needle in a haystack there for you, Aries. So, but nose to the grindstone, pay attention, trust your intuition, right? All that shimmers is not golden. And that there's a possibility that you could be working with a little bit of attachment or spite or it would be like black magic or things like that. But those of you who do not do that kind of thing, it's more open to the impression of the 7 deadly or issues like that: greed, gluttony, spite, rage, envy, you know, lust. Those things that we shouldn't be making empowered decisions on. I see putting away struggle, but yeah, okay. There's that 9 of Swords in reverse again, but this time the 7 of Swords is upright with the 5 of Wands in reverse. There's some of you that might have said you were gotten over it and demand that they understand that you've gotten over it, right? I've gotten over it. Look, it's not even a thing. But that's a little bit dishonest. And that's another thing the Spirit seems to be guarding against for you at this time in the month of November, is that don't be deceptive. Don't be manipulative or dishonest in this time just to squash some beef, just to make amends or apologize. Because who you're actually doing wrong would be more along the lines of yourself if you did that. You, to thine own self be true, Aries, and don't you ever forget that. Let's see. Yes, okay. For the most part, you seem to have your ducks in a row when it comes to walking away from those that did not offer anything. They were only there to take. They didn't offer anything. They didn't offer to make plans. They didn't offer to pay for lunch. They didn't offer to put gas in the carpool. They just expected and took and expected and took. And that's a nice clean line, honestly. But when looking in the back, don't make sure that that's not the only guidepost that you use to make this decision, to have this decision drawn up. Okay, with the Ace of Cups here, I also see a big, strong effort to refill your cup. I cannot pour from an empty cup. I cannot do anything with you or do anything for you until I've filled my own cup, until I've taken care of myself. Yeah, you. Let's see what this big bad daddy has to say. This is a real blast to the ego, kind of, for the most part, you know? And the people that are coming to you, seeing what you're doing, the ones that you had cut off or intentionally ignored or spoke your piece with, those that are crossing that line, or I think they could be adding energy into your decision-making skills that make it even a little bit harder. The 7 of Cups here, it's like there is some distractions. There's some back and forth kind of energy that is pulling your attention away from what's the most important and trying to center it upon themselves. Attention-seeking behavior, and so do guard for that also. I'm not telling you to be alone, but it's just the alone time that you should need to spend will increase itself if you continue to allow these people to kind of okay, with the 4 of Pentacles here in reverse, there is a release. There is a releasing myself from the responsibility to explain myself. There is a releasing myself from the responsibility to make sure that you understand why this is going on or what's going on with me. Thereby building a bridge and creating energetic ties that, like I said, I kind of at this time need severed. Put your looking glasses on. Put the beer goggles down, you know, kind of thing. As an analogy, I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just... Okay, there's the Hermit. Yes, that's that nice long internal look within yourself that is Oh, and the King of Wands. Look, another fiery energy, another king. Right. Good job. All right. So as far as summaries go, and the Empress. Yes, sit in your own comfort zone. Be content and be together with yourself. No, I got things to do. No, I'm washing my hair tonight. You know, spending a little bit of time like journaling, reading, other things that you enjoy doing. For me, it's painting, but Lord have mercy if I've gone 2 months without touching a paintbrush or anything. So kind of interesting concept. Let's see if I can go ahead and grab one more card, because I'm just feeling like one more card. Something has to come through in this deck, and I'm going to let it speak. King of Cups in reverse. Okay, now back here in your overall energy, when I was like, you were kind of like at your wit's end, and you had to make sure that you became emotionally balanced and healed before you started like taking steps or larger steps into a friend group or a situation. That coming out of the box a little bit too soon would kind of expose those things, right? And the King of Cups was back here with that Four of Swords, resting and relaxing, getting to know myself. That Ace of Pentacles, that new start, that who I am, right? Kind of depends on that emotional well-being and stability within yourself. So with the Emperor, with the King of Cups in reverse, I'm really kind of feeling or getting the energy of a lot of you will find this a little bit harder to understand to what level you need to emotionally heal. I can feel emotionally healed, but like I said, without any triggers around me, I won't actually know. It's going to feel like I'm healed until I start running on that foot. And then I'm going to be like, oh no, that's way too soon. Let's not get caught with our foot in our mouth this month, Aries. And let's just go a little bit slow and to know thyself. Yes, we want to try to know thyself as well as possible, because what's happening here is it's just, I cleared the board of all the extra game pieces, and now I'm trying to set it up for what I know I want, for what I'm trying to manifest in my life, for what direction my life is going. I drew a line. On the other side of that heartbreak, I drew a line, and I asked who I was, what I enjoyed, what made me happy, you know, and what I was trying to achieve. And those questions changed my entire life. Yes. So, Aries, I hope you enjoyed the read. Please like, comment, subscribe if you do. And go ahead and hit that bell, yeah? So until next time, Aries, thanks for stopping by at Jive Tarot.